South Sudan eliminated by Serbia, Greece advances to the knockout phase. Serbia and South Sudan played a thriller of a game, but after 40 minutes of high-intensity basketball, it's Serbia who prevailed, sending Greece to the quarterfinals as well. With quarterfinal spots on the line, Serbia and South Sudan played a memorable last game of the group stage at the Pierre Marois Stadium in Lille, followed closely all over the world, but especially in Greece, with Brazil taking one of the two best third-place spots at 1-2 and -7. Greece needed Serbia to defeat South Sudan by 3 points or more, so their 1-2 and -8 record also sends them through to the Elite Eight of the Olympics. The final score said 96-85, placing South Sudan at 1-2 and -17, just 9 points behind Greece in the third-place team rankings and keeping them without their first-ever quarterfinals appearance. Teams traded blows throughout the game, and even when Bogdan Bogdanovic and Nikola Jokic joined forces to score 43 points before the fourth quarter had started, Serbia could not break away for a double-digit advantage. Instead, South Sudan made it back to -1 early in the final stanza after a gigantic alley-oop dunk by Wayne Gabriel, which blew the roof of the stadium with the frenzy it created in the crowd. However, Coach Pasic knew how to calm down the rhythm of the game by giving the ball back to Bogdanovic, who was up to 28 points personally after the 3 minutes of the fourth, and Jokic, who found open teammates and created another mini break for Serbia at 91-74 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. It turned out the big Gabriel dunk was actually the turning point of the game, but for Serbia, as they went on a 19-3 run to put the game out of jeopardy. When Bogdan Bogdanovic is having one of his nights, it's probably the best to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, unless you're on this other side of the floor. Serbia's vocal leader was unstoppable with 30 points on 10 of 14, shooting from the field, making 6 of 9 from deep, and still dishing out 8 assists. A near-perfect performance, especially in the two-man game with Nikola Jokic, 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. South Sudan made 14 of 34 shots from beyond the arc, not a bad shooting night at all. But Serbia were better, hitting 66% from 2 and 52% from 3, just enough to run away with this win. If you felt a sudden breeze in the air coming from the southeastern part of Europe, it was the collective sigh of relief from the entire country of Greece. They can exhale now. Bogdanovic and Serbia pushed South Sudan to the last place among the third-place team, pushing Greece to the quarterfinals. As for South Sudan, to say they can be proud of their performance will be an understatement. They've established themselves as the newest powerhouse of Africa, and they have proved they can be competitive in any environment. Khalid Jones, 17 points and 10 assists, and Mariel Shayok, 17 points, led the team in scoring on the day. We knew how tough of an opponent they are. Bogey. We expected this kind of a game. We knew how tough of an opponent they are. They aren't giving up. They trailed by 20 points against USA and still came back to -5, -6, and -7. South Sudan should not be underestimated. They want to win. They want to play. They want success, really. Congratulations on everything they have done. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Serbia. Fantastic game, Coach Pasic. Fantastic game. It was a spectacle. South Sudan are playing basketball from the future. In 10 years, this is what basketball will be played like. Their mental strength is huge, next to technical and tactical stuff. That's equally as important. They never give up. It's tough to break them. They don't care who's on the other side. They are playing their game with a lot of confidence. Serbia head coach Pasic. It hurts. Coach Ivy. It hurts. My guys are in there hurting. I'm hurting. It stings. It really does. I got a bunch of dogs in the locker room. They compete. They play hard. They don't complain. They played through adversity the whole tournament, and they competed from the Puerto Rico game to the USA game to tonight. Every possession on the floor, hustling, 50 to 50 balls, everything offensive, rebounding, just playing hard. I'm very disappointed. South Sudan head coach Royal Ivy. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 1,058 career points, became the all-time leader in the points scored for Serbia in a competition, overtaking Milos Teodosic, 1,057 points. Serbia never scored scored more than 95 points in any of their previous 15 games at the Olympics, but then had 95 plus in back-to-back games against South Sudan and Puerto Rico. Serbia had 31 assists, the most of any team at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Only USA 4 times, Australia 2 times, and Spain once got more than 30 assists in a single game since 2000. Nikola Jokic is the first Serbian player combining from more than 20 points and more than 10 rebounds in a single game at the Olympics. Bogdan Bogdanovic scored 30 points, the most by any Serbian player in a single game at the Olympics. Kalik Jones had 17 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds, joining Luka Doncic twice, F. Campazzo, and Alexei Shved, the only other players with 15 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and 5 plus assists since 2000.